Hey kids, I had an episode between this one and the last one, but I gave it a listen to after trying unsuccessfully to splice 3 little videos together, and it sounded worse than usual. And I think I've narrowed it down to the fact that I have a cord hanger on my thing here, that my microphone is just a plug-in jack, and that's supposed to give it all kinds of static because it doesn't fit snugly in the hole. Which means I guess I'm going to Wally World in a little while to buy myself something with a USB port. So what you didn't get to see, you see that thing right there. Built myself another portal. You also notice I built myself a jetpack. That's why I'm floating around. Went in, grabbed some glowstone, found a fortress. So I've got a brewing stand set up out at my spawner. Got my butt kicked by blazes. Thankfully didn't hit any pigmen. And got out as soon as I could. Because until I get some significantly better armor, or at least some fire protection enchants, because this is all I got right now, I'm not going back to that fortress. Because if I get there and get killed, I don't have quite enough stuff to get my way back there again. You know, like I could build another jetpack, but what's to say I'm not going to die on the way there? I will go back. I'll have to. I only got the one brewing stand. I wouldn't mind one over here somewhere for other things. I'm also going to need to either either blaze rods or track down some of those funky desert flowers so I can build a blast furnace. Because, and this was something I was going to kind of did in the video that you won't see, is that I took a bunch of machines from here and I put them upstairs. And it looked kind of cool, and I had some steam engines up here and a bunch of machines. And then I wandered off to my XP farm and I came back. And all of this, well, the roof wasn't on yet. My steam engines, a bunch of piping, a barrel half full of sand. This was gone. We're just all gone. Something over here blew up because it ran out of water. I'm thinking maybe because we're over here. Thought maybe it was because a chunk of piping went into an unloaded chunk. Or maybe that down there, but I don't know what that maybe. Oh no. I might have not been getting enough water to it. It blew up. It blew up that up there. It took out, I had to replace this generator, all 4 of these machines, which really, that really sucked. These things aren't cheap when you're still kind of got a lot of nothing. Bunch of my piping. So now if I'm not doing anything, that doesn't run. This just seems a lot safer that way. You know, like I'm slowly chewing up the biofuel that I've got. Everything's all charged up. I don't need to run anything right now, so I'm not going to. I'd love to build a big tank, but I need to figure out how I want it to look, because as this guy is right now, you know, this doesn't look terribly floaty. This would be the word I would use. You know, I stuck some pilings all the way down so it looks like a building on the water, but I just don't like it. It needs to be something else. Something that fits with the floating theme. And this doesn't float, this sits. I have an idea, and once I manage to get a steam boiler, which means I will need a blast furnace, yada yada, then I'm going to redesign that whole thing into something. I'll get my coke oven over there too. Well, if I say the words steam and water, or steam and ocean going, you should get an idea what I want to build there. And I'll just say that's not all going to be above the waterline. I think it'll look cool. Plus, yeah, it'll fit a lot more into the floating theme rather than the sitting theme. You can see over there I got into bees. And it took about, I think I got about 9 cans of seed oil out of all the seeds I'd accumulated. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to build another one of these little guys to make wheat, a little wheat farm. Means I can also make a few more of these guys. I don't know who wrote the animal AI for this game, but I don't like them very much. It took me most of an evening to get 3 cows over here. That's no, and just from there, right? You can see that. Just from there. Yeah. I get 1, and the other 2 would fall in the water, so I'd have to build something so they could get on, and they'd fall in the water, and they'd get on, they'd fall in the water, and I'd rage quit. Rinse, repeat. Yeah. At least now now I have a legitimate source of leather for books. Which is good because I got the brewing stand over there. It doesn't go a lot faster. I can just sit there and go AFK for a while and dive bomb on with a potion. Over here on the bee front, I managed to get myself some fairly steady common bees. So I'll have to make the next step with them. They're sort of staying common. The regular forest. I stuck a marshy one in here. I completely forgot. I won't get any mushrooms over here because it's too dark, too bright. Trying to get one layer at a time. So got my commons, and then the weird part was I wound up with a noble and a diligent and a bunch of I don't know how I got that. I honestly don't. I was busy trying to mix forest and meadows, and I went with an ancient drone. That makes no sense. There are a lot of cultivateds that, provided I get the ones that are clean, I should be able to make myself a cultivated princess, which will give me common and cultivated, which are 2 of the early branches that you need to get things. I don't have... My regular variety of bees isn't too big, though. Got a bunch of marshy. They want mushrooms. It's kind of hard to plant mushrooms over here. Out of water, it's more marbled. Pulled a valiant drone out of a chest. These I all got out of apiaries from villages. None of them were in a winter biome, which means their apiarists were really, really good or really, really dumb. Either way. I'll have to get myself a couple of tropicals so I can get silky propolis, or silky comb, so I can get the silky propolis, so I can get silk. Make myself a backpack or 2. One of these over here, get this out. I think it was this one. Common noble hybrid, and it was spitting out dripping comb, which was cool. I only got 2 right there. 2 dripping combs so far. I heard some noise over here. Where were you? I heard that. I thought I heard a pigman. Thought I did. Oh well, he's not here. But yeah, I had a video and a half all queued up, and my sound sucked. Much more than usual. So I'm gonna have to spend a little money, I guess. A little more. I should probably buy some crap for my computer anyway. But, I thought about buying a couple of games. I thought about buying that new Sim City. But sounds like it's got all kinds of problems. You spend $80 for a game you can't normally. The servers blow apparently. I don't see why they're making games that require you to be online. Doesn't make any sense. Like what you don't lose from piracy, you don't get from people buying them. Like sim games, you turn on, you let them run, and you just, walk away from them. Let's go, why I gotta waste bandwidth to let a game run to do stuff. I really don't. Hey, there's our pigman. Let's just sneak over here. Where we packing? Power 3, Infinity 1. Pow! Pow! Used to be a pigman that I shot you in the knee with an arrow. I blew that line, didn't I? Yeah, who cares? It's overused. But yeah. Hit the nether. Got some glowstone. Got some nether junk. And I gotta decide whether I'm gonna go back and get boys powder the hard way or the long way, which is off searching, because I don't think I found a whole lot of deserts yet. I have one. I didn't see any of them funky flowers in it, otherwise I would have grabbed them. I still gotta tear that out. Or put a new one in. I don't know. I'll think about it. I kinda like it being there, but same way I could put something else there. Like I need another farm. Gonna run, like I said, I want to run another one of these Steve's carts for grain. But I could probably just put it over here, right? Nice big blocky thing right there. But beyond that, still gotta think of a few more of the things. I know I still gotta kidnap a few villagers, and if I build what I want to there, they'll have kind of a place to live. I hope it doesn't get recognized as a village though, because then it'll wind up with zombies in it. And I went through all of this to make sure I didn't get any mobs spawning. It would suck for that to happen now, but yeah. So we're slowly climbing up the tech chain, and I'm going to zip away from the LP for a minute just to show you something else. So, quick poke back here into the land of lighting glitches and silly bad faces. I got to build one of those for my single player world yet, just to annoy someone. So, had a village over here once upon a time, and it died because I'm right there messing around, and it got loaded, and eventually the zombies killed it off. Plus, for a while I had before we had a dedicated bee area, I was keeping marshy bees down here, because it's a marsh, and I can plant mushrooms. And I thought to myself, you know, I got a village, I should do something with it. I should bring it back to life. But it's a real pain when zombies come in and kill everything. I thought of something. So I craft bricks. Stuff can't spawn on them. So I proceeded to create the ugliest village I've ever seen. I grabbed 3 villagers from an almost dead village. Stuck one up here. Stuck a couple here. Put a chunk loader. And then forgot about it for 2 days. 3 of these golems, I think, no, 4 of these golems I made. So those 2 are their own spawns. Yeah. I might have put a few too many. And they're kind of everywhere. And the weird part is they want to jam themselves into this little house, or those 2 little houses, and kind of that one, and then they just completely ignore that one and that one over there. So I have to build them like a big villager hotel. You know, the bigger building. God, these things look bad if you spam them, don't they? You know, these are the blue bricks that used to be in my house. We thought they might be causing lag. Took them all out. They didn't. A ginger beard came by with a wand of equal trade and replaced it all with smooth sandstone. It looks nice. Looks a little plain. Doesn't get the weird moire pattern moire pattern that this does. But I figured since I got all these stupid bricks from quarrying, I should do something with them. So I did something with them. This is nasty. This is really, really brutal. But, yeah, the zombies haven't killed everything. I honestly don't know why everyone loves to be inside the fences. They've stomped down as much grain as they can. It's like they don't like grain, you know? Like, no grain for us. We want to starve. On the upside, if I wanted, say, you know, stuff. A whole lot of emeralds. Or a whole lot of really bad trades. Ooh, I don't have that one yet. I didn't bring any emeralds over. Because I know we're eventually going to have to rebuild the Mistcraft Age. Because our current one is borked. So we're trying to collect as many pages as we can. I don't know how many Ginger has. I really don't. I haven't asked him. But I really got to grab that no weather one before something bad happens here. But yeah, you know, it's my fault that the village died, so I'm going to bring it back. I think I brought it back a little too well. So, quick stop here at the Dfinery. So this might look like we're having a problem, but we're not. That's because that tank was full, and I needed it to make this tank full. Yes, these are both overflow from overproduction. I've had to shut things in. Far too ambitious. But what it did let us do is, so we had the problem with stuff. People would be over here at the resource area, and that's the little arrow there. And if we're working at the arena, the area under shared would load, but the spawners that fed it blaze rods wouldn't. Ginger moved the spawners over to just about where the tree farm is. It's kind of by the bridge. The little bridge you see there. Still didn't work. So Dubco had to step in and upgrade our high pressure steam boiler to a liquid fed. So now I don't have to worry about my tank overflowing quite so often. We still got the, you know, this is still hooked up because, I don't know, maybe a backup, not a backup, it's a solid fuel boiler. But that's busy running this turbine and all the Buildcraft machines. And I don't mind that I'm doing this. I'm making too much to do something with it. Same way that I'm busy helping out here too. Because I show up here every now and then, I do a bunch of work. And hello, thank you. If I go work on the arena, then I'm over here, you know, charging all my stuff up. And I go through a lot of power doing it. So it's only fair that I chip in like that. I don't know if I've shown anything since the Meltdown. So there's that huge hole used to be. I think it was Ginger and James. I want to say Ginger and James came by and fixed it all. Barely till it happened. I wanted to keep a couple of reminders just to show how much damage had been done. So far the only thing that stayed is this. So this melon here is a survivor of the Meltdown, and he's staying. So I should do something about that to make sure he doesn't disappear. Let's grab a sign. Really? We don't have any signs? We don't have any signs. Well, 7, 8. Let's make a sign. there. Alright, so survival melon. Hopefully no one eats it, or happens to it. It'd be kind of unfortunate to go through all this work to save one melon. Actually, half these melons survived, but the sign is still here, so I'm going to keep it like that. The arena. What bites some? It's like I'm talking about all this stuff again since my last video borked out. But once it all loads up, slowly, slowly, slowly. There's Mr. Dave. Come on, game, you can do it. Come on, almost there. Come on, go, go, go! Yay! So we've got all 4 of Sparfar's towers. That's Opsax did the logo. Ginger and Durzo did the stands. I did a bit. And unfortunately, that leaves it to be my turn to get off my butt and do something. Because the whole inside needs work. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I gave this thing an awful lot of inside. A lot of, perhaps too much inside. And all kinds of silly things, like places to enter the arena. You know, all this has to get shaved down a bit. They're going to put 2 big pillars and a veranda, and I had to do something about all this water. I should put something down there like a basement, and I should do this, and I should do that, and because it's such a huge freaking job, I don't want to do it. I haven't even made it this far. I can literally say I'm the one holding it back now. For all the help everyone else has given me, I'm the one getting in the way of things. But I'll get to it. Eventually. Eventually. Go back here again. And pay attention to that frames per second. 20, 30, 29, 22, 18. I don't know what's causing it. I don't. Maybe it's these 2. You guys? So you, Stewie? You causing my lag? Are you being mad that you're stuck here? Oh, you, Huey? What do you think? Hey, don't be talking to each other while I'm here. You be like that, I'm just gonna leave. But yeah, you know, 26, 25, 20. I don't have a whole lot running right now. This pipe's not doing anything. There's nothing going through it. Is it these things? Is it this piping that's causing it? This, the lava, the creosote, everything? Because it just seems like Tesseracts would shorten everything up, but cause more lag because it's got to teleport stuff from one point to the other. I wish I knew. I think I've taken out... I had a couple things on timers. I shut them down. I had a timer over here in my cobble processing. I took it out. This isn't doing anything. This was the setup for making all the Zycraft bricks. You know, they'd spit out to here, go through here, go into there, and I'd just walk away and get all the bricks needed when I was done. But Yeah, and I still got more fuel. But yeah, I took that timer out. So here's all stopped running. I don't know what's causing it. The Zycraft bricks are gone. All of my Bluetricity stuff is gone. So I don't know what it is. And every time someone comes over, they're like, "Oh, your house lags!" Yeah, I know it lags. I don't know how to stop it. I really don't. Really, really don't. That bugs the heck out of me. But I'm going to stop whining and try to do something productive instead. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.